Hey everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Brittany for those of you who are new. Today, as promised, we're doing the new makeup try on with all the stuff that I bought from the Sephora savings event. Just to give you an update on the Merit Great Skin Instant Glow Serum. I actually really like it. I have been using it since I purchased it that day. And what I do is I use it in my morning routine. So the order it goes, I rinse my face with water. I don't use any cleansers or anything like that. Then I'll do my vitamin C. I'll let that dry in for like 2 minutes. Then I'll go in with this guy, and then I'll do my moisturizer and then my SPF. So that's the order that I have been doing this, and you can already see I've used quite a little bit of it. I only use like 1 pump of it because the actual, like, when you pump it, it kind of just squirts everywhere, which is kind of a little annoying, but it leaves a really luminous finish throughout the day. The days that I've been wearing makeup to work, I've gotten compliments on my skin, like, oh my god, your skin looks so good, like your skin I'm just like, what? So it's been thanks to this little gal, but she's been working amazing. I'm still gonna keep her in my morning routine because I feel like that's just what works best for me. I don't think I would want like a radiant finish overnight, at least in my opinion, but definitely have been using this for the morning and it has been working wonders in my skin. I did opt out and not use that today because I really wanted to see how the foundation from Haus was going to really work on me. And if you remember, I did pick up the shade 330, which I felt like was a little bit too, like, this is my summer shade for sure, but I did get the fair neutral color, which is that white kind of color. But if you've seen it, I feel like it's all over TikTok and Instagram and whatever. And the reason why I got the white one is because I can use the formulation of this specific foundation with my other ones, and it just, I know it's gonna work really well. And then you can always check my description box if in case you are my foundation twin. I always have my references of like my other foundations that I use. Mind you, if you're in the NARS foundation, I am Syracuse during the summertime and a little bit lighter during the winter time, okay? But this is what the color looks like, and just so you can see it without the actual white foundation right now, but this is what she looks like. Obviously she's a little bit too deep right now, but we're gonna put a little bit of the white one right now. And this is what the lighter shade looks like on this side, which I feel like matches my neck perfectly fine. So hard for me to choose an actual foundation shade, but when I did the shade matcher on the Sephora app, it kept giving me 330, and I was like, oh, that looks too deep, because even in the store, the Sephora that I go to has like natural lighting coming in from the outside, and I kept going back and forth. I felt like the Sephora employee was like, what the fuck is this girl doing? Like, she keeps going back and forth. Like, I feel like I was giving her like just weird energy or something, I don't know, because she just kept following me, and I'm like, ma'am, I'm not gonna steal here, but I just kept getting that from her. But yeah, this is like a perfect match for me, and as you can see, we have natural lighting today, no ring light, but you can see it's just matching perfectly well. And I know it can be a little bit like frustrating if you're like, well, I don't want to spend $45 each on like the white foundation and the actual Haus foundation. LA Girl actually has a white lightener that you can always get as well. So if in case you don't want to spend the money on the Haus, by all means get something that's more on, you know, whatever your budget is. But I just really wanted to have the white one because I really wanted to have the formulation of the Haus. And can we see like that radiant finish? Beautiful. I mean, you can still see a little bit of my hyperpigmentation, but I don't really care about that, honestly. I'm not, if it's full coverage, it's full coverage, but I'm not really like, it has to be covering all my dark spots. Okay, now we're gonna go in with the Sephora Collection Best Skin Ever Concealer in the shade 29Y. If you have not tried this specific foundation, it is amazing. I absolutely love that foundation as well. So I got the same shade that I would be in the foundation, just because the other if it was lighter or darker. It was more like the peachy undertones, and I personally don't like that for myself. I'll put a picture of the LA Girl like pigment brightener. I will put that somewhere on the screen or just link it down below, but you can always use that to lighten up any of your foundations. I should have done that, but I'm being a little prissy. Okay, I'm just going to blend my foundation in with the e.l.f. concealer blush. Now this looks very, very yellow golden undertone on me. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but yeah, you can. We'll see how it wears out throughout the day. Yeah, it looks a little too yellow, but I tried this one already on like one of my work days, like just by itself with no other foundation, and it was so beautiful. Very full coverage. I mean, look at that. My ass looks awake now. And I mean, obviously my skin has been changing. I have lines on my lips now, but our skin has been changing. I have like little crevices on my lips now, so when I wear liquid lipsticks I have to wear lip gloss because it doesn't look nice. It doesn't look great. It doesn't look as smooth anymore. And I'm just gonna drag the concealer on my eyelid to like kind of cancel out my veining and like hyperpigmentation, darkening of my eyelids. We're gonna pop out this beauty blender. This is Playful Peach, which, are you surprised? Wow, that looks very maybe the angle of the lighting right now is not matching, but we're gonna pop on this gal. And if you saw my Sephora haul, this is very buildable. It's like very, very sheer, so I am really excited to try this. But look at this, very, very sheer, minimal. If you're a minimal kind of gal, I feel like you'd really like this because you can definitely sheer it out and just build it up if you want a little bit more intense blush. But even just like doing two little, I guess, applications from the actual blush. Look at this, so pretty. Next, we're gonna try the Huda Beauty powder. I am so nervous to try this because, as you know, my skin is obviously not the same anymore. Oh, a lot of people were talking about like the fragrance of it. Now I see what's happening here. Okay, I don't want to use the actual puff on here. I like my trusty old beauty blender sponge. So I also do have this brightening powder from Charlotte Tilbury that I did also get from the sale. But a lot of people say nothing but great things about the Huda Beauty powder, so I was like, I really wanted to try this one. Then we're gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury. This is a brightening powder in the shade Tan Deep. So I am just going to use my Dose of Colors setting powder brush, and I'm gonna see how brightening this is. Does it look any brightening? It doesn't seem to me, honestly. For the powder bronzer, we're using the Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Saddle. If you guys remember this was like my jam like a while ago, and then it broke and I was super, super sad. Highlighter, I'm gonna use my Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Duo in the shade number 2. I wish they would bring this back because it's something that you get like a duo, you know, and like the actual formulation of this highlight is very unique in my personal opinion. Like now that I'm older, I feel like less is more, and before I used to pack the shit out of my highlight, and I still sometimes do, but you know, you can see like the blush kind of already faded from the cream one. So I'm gonna go in with my Note Desert Rose blush. I got this in a boxy charm a little while ago, actually a really long time ago, but this blush works so well with my skin tone and I absolutely love it. If you're new here, I like to put my blush at the end. It just kind of meshes everything in together. For the brow pencil, today we're using the Sephora collection waterproof brow pencil. I have this shade Soft Charcoal. I don't know how I really feel about this Charlotte Tilbury powder, honestly, which I'm kind of sad about. But I'm gonna fast forward this part of my brows because it's kind of boring. And I've also been using this from Wet n Wild. This is the Brow Obsessive Brow Shaping Gel in the shade brown. I found it at Walmart. Very inexpensive. It reminds me of the next one, but this is a little bit more separated in the bristles. And it has that tint to it. So this is like very, very nice. Right, for eyeshadow today, I'm gonna pop out my Il Makiage and Kathleen Lights palette just to use a couple of the transition shades on here. And of course, we're gonna use this little eye sparkle today because it's so freaking pretty. I got this shade right here. Which is this one right here. And I'm just gonna deepen up the outer corners because I really want that sparkle to like pop, you know? And even the sparkles in this palette too, they're super pretty. They're super pretty and pigmented. We're gonna go in with this Give eyeshadow sparkler. It's called the IC in Sparkle Multi-Dimensional Eye Pigment in the shade Glimmer. And in the description of this particular Glimmer, it says that it's a light gold, which is so pretty. And we're gonna pop that on the inner half. Can you see that? Beauty lip liner in the shade Wise and the lipstick in the shade Wise as well. I got them together just because we can have like a correlation. But when I swatched this in the store, like I went like that, the formulation was amazing. Amazing, girlfriend. I do have a little bit of lip balm on, but I'm just gonna go over that. Even an all over color with this lip liner, so pretty. If we're foundation twins, this color will complement you so well. Actually, before I do mascara, I'm gonna set my face. And I have the Rare Beauty 4-in-1 mist, which is supposed to give you like a radiant finish. I'm becoming a little bit of a snob for Rare Beauty again. Although the new skin tint that she came out with not that long ago, like in the summertime, was not it for me. It got really oily. I don't feel like putting on falsies today, so we're just gonna rock with the regular lashes. All right, that is the end of this makeup try on things with our new products that we got from the sale. What do we think? I am really like, this foundation is giving it to me. Absolutely. If you're considering it, she is a go. We're gonna see how she holds up throughout the day, but I'll give you an update in the description box down below on how this wore on me. But upon application, it's like a very beautiful radiant finish. Like, the only thing is that you have to go into store and swatch it and get color matched, even take a sample at home to see if it's going to work for your skin tone, because it's a little bit different for house types. Like, I am the shade 330 medium cool, and that's very odd for me in my ranges of foundations. So just a little heads up for you, but this is what our skin is looking like, just to give you a little up close shot. I was really kind of sad that this didn't brighten up my under eyes as I thought it would, but I obviously can't return it anymore because I threw away the packaging, so we're just gonna keep it. I thought it was gonna work really good for me, but I didn't think it was that brightening for me personally. Loved the concealer for sure. I love, yeah, this paired with the actual foundation, amazing. And I'm not gonna shut up about this sparkle thing because she is beautiful. That is the end of this new makeup kind of try on video situation. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will catch you in the next video. Doodles. What's up, y'all? I came to do a check-in. I have not touched up since this morning that I did my makeup on. Then I did my makeup. But just so you can see, I'm about to take off. What is happening? I'm about to take off my makeup, and I wanted to show you an up close of how the foundation is. We have no settling in the chin area. Wait, it's like a little, I'm a little dry, I guess, so don't mind that. But it didn't cling onto like the dry patches or anything. I mean, my forehead's like a little shiny, but that's pretty normal for me. But My smile lines do not look that bad. And I feel like that's a perfect indication of how the foundation is on my face. It looks so good from the start to the end of the day. Like, no touched up. I got complimented on my makeup today, which I was like, okay sis. But yeah, just a little check-in. Okay, thanks for watching.